Voters in the Spring Lake Park School District will head to the polls on Tuesday, April 26th to vote on a bond referendum. The district, which has more than 5,500 students from Spring Lake Park, Blaine, and Fridley, is asking voters to consider a bond referendum that would address its current and future growth.
We want to avoid current and projected overcrowding. So we'd build a pre-K for elementary school that would be in Blaine and more the central part of the district, hopefully. And then we would also add some early learning space. We need space for the early learning program, and we know that's important, makes a difference for kids. It's been a priority of our governor and legislature, so there's been some additional funding for that. We just need space for that. And then the part that I'm really excited about is being able to provide K-12, enhance our K-12 STEM programming. We already have some great things going on in our school district with STEM, but this would allow us to provide spaces unique to STEM at each one of our schools, maker spaces at the elementary level and middle school level, and then more specific career and technical education, updated career and technical education programming spaces for that type of programming at the high school level.
The location of the proposed new school has not been selected, but the district is in negotiations with 3 different property owners.
One is at 109th and Lexington. That's probably the most challenging site for a number of reasons. Just it's a wet site. Also, it's on the very edge of our school district. It would be more difficult for transportation. We have 2 other sites that we're also negotiating with and looking at that are more central. One is currently part of the National Sports Center, so we're working with them. There's some moving parts with that, and that it requires some legislative action for the National Sports Center to be able to sell that land to us, but there'd be some great opportunities for partnerships with the National Sports Center there, allowing us some joint use agreements for fields and so on. And then there's another site at 85th Avenue and Airport Road, just south of Highway 10.
The district opened additions at 2 schools in 2013 and last built a new building in 2008. However, the district has the same amount of school buildings as it did 20 years ago.
North Point was constructed but replaced Kenneth Hall Elementary School. So we have the same number of buildings right now as we did in the 90s when we had 3,800 students. We have almost 2,000 more students in the same number of school buildings.
The big question asked by most voters is, how will this impact my property taxes? The district has put a tax impact chart and tax calculator on their website. The average home in the Spring Lake Park School District is valued at $200,000. The annual cost of the new bond would be $113, or $9.42 per month. The school board has recently taken action to refund a previous bond. That refunding is scheduled to hit the tax rolls at the same time as this new proposed bond. The refunding will save the owner of that same $200,000 home $42 per year, putting the net annual cost of the new bond at $71 or $5.92 per month. If the voters approve this bond, the district believes that facility-wise, they'll be set for the next decade or more.
We really do anticipate that this would get us through 10 plus years for sure, and unless there's something unanticipated in Blaine, there's not a lot of additional growth beyond what's projected.
Aside from the facility needs, the district reports that they are well positioned from a budget standpoint.
We're one of the only school districts in the metro area that have not had to make any staff or program reductions in the last 3 to 5 years. We have a structurally balanced budget. Revenue exceeds expenses, and our projections into in the next 5 years, our budget forecasting is very positive.
The district recently completed a series of community presentations about the bond referendum and will continue to inform voters up until Election Day.
It's important to get out and vote, and just all I ask people to do with that is make sure that if you have any questions, all my contact information is online. I'm happy to have a conversation, can respond by email, but just take the time to get questions answered. Myself, others, I'm more than happy to take whatever time we can so that people feel like they have the information they need.
For North Metro TV News, Ben Hale reporting.